Well, hello and good afternoon again. Captain Patrick here. Thank you very much for tuning in. Thank you for supporting the channel. We get a lot of compliments on these kinds of programs because these are questions that I'm hearing a lot of from my clients, both new and old. And that being the case, this is a great format to address those to where we're thinking it's probably of interest to many other people as well. So today, very briefly, I wanted to talk a little bit about the future of yacht prices. The future of yacht prices. We are presently here in May of 2022. Might be fun to watch this 10 years in the future and remember back to what was happening at this time in our lives and our culture and our world. But a lot of people are trying to make a decision. Patrick, I'm not going to retire for 2 more years. I'm not going to be able to retire for 3 more years. Should I maybe purchase a brand new yacht in a guaranteed income program? Of course, we've talked about guaranteed income. You get a check every month, $9,538.27. If the boat goes out 4 weeks in a row, or the boat never goes out, or a storm comes up, or COVID, or something happens, you still get your check so you can make the mortgage payment. Then, of course, we have a different program, a variable program. Notice the key word vary. Your income will vary depending on how often the yacht goes out. But for the purpose of the discussion today, we need to understand that if you're not going to be able to use the yacht for the next couple of years, or you're going to be able to use it starting next month, there's a lot of issues there about purchasing a yacht now and depreciation and how that may affect you. Most of our clients are interested in forming a yacht business, a true yacht business, not one of the scams, unfortunately, that the Internal Revenue Service is on the lookout for, yachts and jets. A lot of people like to scam those two items, but in a true business that's well designed, well created, and then well operated. In a business like that, a couple things to consider about yacht prices and why you might want to consider getting one now. Here's some thoughts. First of all, what are yachts made out of principally? Well, they're made out of fiberglass. What's fiberglass made out of? Oil. I think enough said. When we're looking at the prices of oil and the conversations we're having with Credit Suisse Bank, Goldman Sachs, Bank of America right here in the United States, we're expecting oil prices as a result of a whole lot of things. Certainly OPEC, and by the way, Ukraine at this present time, we're expecting higher oil prices. Well, again, yacht prices are going to go up in lockstep. I mean, it's real simple. If a manufacturer has been making $100,000 on the creation and sale of a yacht, he's probably going to want to make that same $100,000. If the cost of his materials goes up 30%, he's going to probably have to pass that along. So one thing to think about in the continuum of when you should buy a boat, when you should buy a yacht, is dramatically higher yacht prices in the near future. And I mean dramatically higher. So again, one consideration. Number 2, interest rates. Now, a lot of people, of course, borrow money. I had a gentleman that called the other day, and a brand new client, nice guy. He said, well, Patrick, I'm thinking of paying cash. I said, well, I don't know. You can do whatever you want, but what have you been averaging in your investment results? He said, well, I've been averaging about 16%, which is pretty good. I said, well, what interest rate are you looking at paying? He said, well, they're quoting me 5. I said, well, you know, if you're making 16 and you're paying 5, it kind of sounds like you have an arbitrage. You're making 11% on the difference. Plus, of course, interest rates, again, create in a mortgage loan at 5%, a large percentage of your payment is tax deductible, right? Not the whole payment, of course, just the interest portion, just like the mortgage payment on your home. So that's an interesting consideration. It's something you need to think through with someone who's representing you in the purchase of your yacht, the construction, proper operation of your yacht business, and of course, the all-important income tax returns that are going to be filed and signed by you under penalty of perjury. So again, as we look at things going forward, we have a shortage of yachts for a whole number of reasons. Certainly storms in the Caribbean, COVID, shutdowns of factories all over the world. Again, if we have fewer yachts, of course, there's going to be higher prices as a result of that squeeze. So we're going to have what we think are dramatically higher material prices. We're going to secondarily have dramatically higher labor costs. I mean, there's people now that used to be hiring people at $15 an hour, and they've had their $15 an hour sign out in front of the yacht manufacturing plant for months. They haven't gotten anybody. They haven't hired anyone. So now they're paying $21, $22, $23. Well, again, they have a certain amount of money they're going to earn, or they hope to earn, on the construction, manufacturing of that yacht. So that extra employment cost is going to be passed along to you. The extra cost in the materials is going to be passed along to you. If they're borrowing money, and many manufacturing companies are, they're going to pass that along to you. So pretty much every possible metric would tell you that probably the sooner you buy, the better. Now, there's a little bit of a flip side that might be some good news here. If you own a 1 or 2 or 3 year yacht and you've kept it in good condition, it's in a good guaranteed income program, or maybe even a good variable program. Not very many good variable programs, by the way. Be happy to discuss that with you in private. But that being the case, your boat may not go down as fast in value as it would have before. I mean, I drive a very, very fast Italian car. And I've owned a number of those fast Italian cars, and I've made as little as $15,000 on one, and as much as $50,000 on one, because of pricing and availability and things that are common in the Italian car world. So again, these are some things that you need to think about and think through. Again, maybe you're not going to be able to use the yacht for a couple of years. You might want to think about buying it now. Get into a program. Get some income. You know, get $8,000, $9,000 a month coming in. Get those mortgage payments behind you. Add some additional money from your other funds and get that mortgage paid down. Begin to use this next 2 or 3 or 4 years to get yourself in a position where you could crew charter the yacht, or you could use it yourself, or sail it to Tahiti, or park it in your backyard on your boat dock. All those things should be considered in May of 2022 as we look out and see what's about to happen. So again, we're skilled in these conversations. If you want to talk water makers, solar panels, manufacturers, engine sizes, fuel efficiency, we speak all those languages. So again, give us a call. And we'd be happy to visit with you about what you're thinking about, and maybe try to provide some context that you don't have right now. Maybe provide some ideas that you've never considered right now, having been doing this for 35 some odd years. So again, Captain Patrick, I'm an enrolled agent with the United States Treasury Department. And again, if you want to talk about taxes and tax benefits, by God, we can do that too. So have a great afternoon. Thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. Captain Patrick out.